Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola. From the west side. Happy Wednesday. So I'm going to come on camera, you guys. Hold on one second. Feliz Mercules. Feliz Mercules. Yeah, I'm working on my Espanol. Mi familia es Afro-Cubano. So we're working on our Spanish because I'm trying to get back to fluency for mi padre. You know, before my dad has his next birthday, I want to be speaking fluent Spanish so we can have conversations in Espanol like we used to. So, happy Wednesday, y'all. I am feeling much better tonight. Still a little, but for the most part, I'm pretty good. So, hold on. That's something. Let me make sure I got my monitor together here. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so we're going to start out with some of the stuff that's been going on in the world today. We're going to start off with the situation that happened in Pittsburgh. I showed it on my community wall, and let me just pull up the story. Hold on. Yeah, because I don't even know how that actually ended. So let me see. Let me see. And then there was another situation that was here in Southern California. I mean, it was an interesting day. Actually, two situations, but we're going to get into it. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay. So this is coming from CNN, and the headline is suspect in hours-long Pittsburgh standoff after deputies try to evict him is unalive. Police say. I pretty much knew that that's what was going to happen because if you saw how the police came, and I believe that the state police, the Pennsylvania state troopers, the the state police had taken over, and it was like a military um brigade out there. But let's get into the story, you guys. The occupant of a home who opened pow pow when deputies tried to serve an eviction notice is unalived after an hours-long standoff, Pittsburgh authorities said Wednesday. Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm trying to read it and keep it up. Keep y'all up. Okay. I'm trying to monitor the sound and the subject of this incident was pronounced unalived at 5:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, public safety officials posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. You got to get used to calling it X, y'all, because I think Elon has decided he's not going to call it that. He's not going to call it Twitter anymore. So we're going to have to get used to it. 7 deputies went to evict the man from a home in Pittsburgh's Garfield neighborhood Wednesday, and several minutes elapsed before they made contact with him. Allegheny County Sheriff Kevin Kraus said in a Wednesday evening news conference. The man opened pow pow, and deputies took cover, then pow powed back. After a standoff of more than 4.5 hours, the suspect was unalived. Authorities said, "We believe the suspect was neutralized during the pow pow." Pennsylvania State Police identified the unalived man as William Hardison Sr. During the standoff, the suspect pow powed at law enforcement from first and second story windows and through walls. Authorities said the suspect also pow powed police drones. I'm sure as the investigation continues, we'll learn a lot more about him, the home, the family, and the potential issues or volatility that we face today and what led up to that. Chris Wilkinson, who is visiting family in the area, told CNN affiliate KDKI that deputies banged on the suspect's door and announced themselves before trying to knock the door down by kicking it, then using a sledgehammer. That's when he heard pow pow. The sheriff said the 7-officer detail was larger than normal, but we had no information whatsoever that this individual was this dangerous or that there were pow pows in the house. After the pow pow erupted, police evacuated to nearby residents and warned others to stay away from the area. A neighbor who was home across the street from the pow pow scene told CNN she saw holes in the house. Authorities banged on the door, she said, and when they went in, I just heard him pow pow. Now, this went on for the majority of the afternoon, and I was not surprised that it ended badly. Now, from what I understand, Mr. Hardison's father sold the house, and he has been living there rent free and until this eviction because he wasn't paying rent. I don't know if that's why he was being evicted. I don't know if he was being evicted because the house property had been sold. But however, now they're going to have to disclose that someone was pow-powed and unalived in the property. They're going to have to disclose that, of course. We're drinking our water today. Let me put it over here. Now, I'm not even surprised that this is happening to this man. I'm not even shocked. We don't know the ethnicity of him. We don't care. This was an unstable person. And clearly, they were at the point of desperation that they would pow at the authorities. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is we are back to, the high-speed freeway chase here in Southern California. It's back in swing. But today, our car thief has upgraded. They're upgrading because this car thief was rolling in a Rolls Royce, and it was one of the I think that the Rolls Royce SUVs. They were rolling, and that when we were watching it, the person went from Pasadena, California. Hey Terry, hey Small Butts. Went from Pasadena, California, into downtown LA, and the police and the helicopters overhead lost them in between some buildings. They probably went into some of those, tunnels, those under streets, like, in downtown LA. I used to work in downtown LA, and I worked on Upper Grand, but there is a Lower Grand that goes below. So that's what they're thinking, that he was on one of those lower streets. Hey, Lifted, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the membership, Lifted. Thank you so much. Welcome, new member. It was crazy. Now, I'm going to look and see what happened with that story as well, because it was a lot going on today. Let's see. And then I'm going to get into some of the other stuff. All right, so let's get it. Let's find it. I appreciate. Okay, here I have found it. Because this is on ABC, KABC here in Southern California. I'm just pulling it up. And both of these things were happening at the same time. I don't think the news people knew, they didn't know, the national news didn't know which one they should be, which ones to cover. But clearly, what was going on in Pittsburgh, in my opinion, was a more dangerous situation because it was in a neighborhood. Okay, it happens. Everyone, a combination of Need for Speed and Grand Theft Auto police evasion tactics actually work in real life for the alleged thief of a Rolls Royce Phantom. I told you they lost that car. They lost the thief in downtown LA. So apparently they ain't found them yet. They gonna find them. I wonder, do Rolls Royces do they have like that OnStar and all of that other stuff, tracking on the cars? They should, as much as that car costs. Using the cunning and skills that could only be honed during endless hours of playing Need for Speed Most Wanted, the intrepid driver of the stolen Rolls escaped a police pursuit by ducking into an underground parking garage in downtown LA. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell you? And I bet you it was over on the Lower Grand, because they do have the underground parking, and you have to go to Lower Grand to get to the underground parking. It looked like it was in that area. So somebody's driving around, and a Phantom that costs more than $100,000. So somebody in Southern California stole a Rolls Royce Phantom today and got away with it. They chased them from Pasadena to downtown LA. That was about a 10-mile chase, and then they lost them. I know whoever the owner was, be it a dealer or an actual, private citizen, is probably just sick over losing that $100,000 car. By the time the pursuit reached downtown with a 5-star wanted level, the driver of Rolls was desperate to escape, cutting across busy intersections and almost colliding with several cars and pedestrians. Their diagonal path through downtown made little sense until they finally made their ultimate move and hid underneath Grand Avenue. What did I just tell you guys? I told y'all I worked in downtown LA. I knew exactly where they went and hid. They went to Lower Grand, because when I worked in downtown LA, in order for us to go into the parking garage, we had to go into Lower Grand to get into the parking garage under our building. I told y'all. I told you that person went to Lower Grand. All right, let me see. What else? Let me see. Hold on. That's what I'm thinking, Lifted. I'm like, can't they? How is it that they can't find this car? That's why I don't know if it was a private owner or not. Let me see. Okay. In the heart of LA, for Angelinos, is the famous familiar location for photos and movies. They do all kinds of stuff in that area. Even when I was working down there, there was constantly filming in that part of downtown LA. It's literally right around the corner from the main library for Los Angeles, which is one street over. Let's see. For the driver of the Rolls, it was clearly their getaway plan, as it shielded them from helicopters. This structure contained several parking garages and featured many walkable, escapable routes. Because the patrol cars had pulled back so far, it was several minutes before CHP patrol cars could get a closer look at where the big Rolls went. By the time police reached the scene where the car disappeared, it's likely the suspect had enough time to escape by foot. Shortly after, the pursuit was called off. As of this writing, neither the Rolls Royce nor the driver of the car have been found. Now, the car could still be in potentially in downtown LA. While you should never run from the police, much less attempt to escape pursuit, the driver of the stolen Rolls Royce did it like the video games and hid in the tunnel. That's a hell of a Wednesday afternoon. I told y'all it was crazy today. I was just like, what the F is going on? Because first I was like, what the F is going on in Pittsburgh? And then this happens. And then this happens. $100,000 car is missing. And nobody seems to know where it is. So I'm thinking that that they stole it from a dealer. I'm thinking they stole it from a dealer. Just crazy, y'all. Absolutely crazy. But thankfully no one was injured in the high-speed pursuit. Somebody has a monetary loss, but if it's a dealer, they have insurance to pay for the loss to that car. And also, if the car is still out there, they may go and get the car later, because we don't know that the police left that area. We just know what they're telling us right now. We just know what they're telling us right now. And before I go any further, we're coming up on 8/24, and I know that there was all of these happy birthdays for Black Mamba today, but unless you have been living under a rock, it's all about Kobe. Yeah, today is his birthday. He would have been 45 years old today, y'all. Kobe Bryant would have been 45 years old today. And Kobe's death was the beginning of the nightmare that was 2020. So it has been, can y'all believe that Kobe has been gone for 3 years? Can y'all believe that? Man, that was a loss. Because I can just imagine what he planned to do, because his plan was to help his daughter and help female athletes getting into basketball. He was a dad. He was truly a girl dad. And his daughter, what was she? She'd be like, what, 17? She'd be 17 now, getting ready to go to college. Isn't that crazy, y'all? But happy heavenly birthday to Kobe Bryant. Happy heavenly birthday to Kobe. That was a huge loss, because he was doing things. He was doing things in Hollywood. The man had gotten an Oscar for a movie about his love for basketball. And him getting that Oscar inspired other former athletes to reach for their dreams in doing movies, short videos, short films, because the next year I believe it was a football player got it for a movie about doing his daughter's hair. And while his wife was going through chemo and, dealing with cancer, and him learning how to do his daughter's hair. And Kobe inspired that. Kobe has inspired a lot of other athletes to think on that level. I mean, look what LeBron is doing. Yeah, LeBron's here to play basketball, but he has other aspirations. Y'all see the stuff that he's doing on TV in production, executive producing stuff. He doesn't just have the barbershop thing that's out there. So, it's just a day to reflect on the life of Kobe Bryant. I saw his entire career, because when Kobe started playing basketball, I was, I'm 15 years older than him. So when he came in as an 18-year-old, I'm like, I'm already, I've already gone through the Magic Johnson. Because I was here in California in the 80s, when it was still Showtime. I was here, when Shaq was playing for them, and I was here through the entire, era of Kobe. And I've always been a Laker fan, good, bad, or not. Y'all know I'm from DC. We have the Wizards, but they were a championship team when they were the Bullets, which their name is, they changed the name. Anyway, y'all know I have issues with the names of the teams in my hometown being changed. I'm like, thank God they didn't decide to change the hockey team from the Capitals. I'm trying to get used to the Commanders. I'm trying to get used to that name. The only thing that makes me happy is the fact that Magic Johnson is one of the owners. He's part of the owner group for the Washington Commanders. But yeah, all this changing of teams' names, and it, because when I came to California, my hometown was the murder capital of the country. It had that distinction. Not to mention, that in the 80s, there was a lot of people out there on the slopes or with the little rocks. I wasn't one of them. That was, not that I'm better than anyone else, but I just wasn't going to do it. I saw what that was doing to other people. So I was cool on not doing it. But now let's move on to a little something else that I want to talk about real quickly. Hopefully it'll be quickly, because I'm about to drag somebody. So shouts out to Couture Bay, because Couture Bay saw today's show, and I haven't seen it yet, but I heard enough from Couture Bay's. So apparently Funky Dineva is out here dragging Chloe Bailey because she's protecting her baby sister, who everyone thinks is allegedly um, with child. And I told you guys on Monday, as someone who has actually been pregnant, not just once. I know I only have one child, but I was pregnant another time. I just, the baby didn't make it. I had a miscarriage. But when it's your first pregnancy, first of all, when did the Little Mermaid just came out like a month ago. Okay? She definitely was not pregnant then. It came out what, in June? And now it's what, August? So until Hallie Haley tells us that she's with child, I'm gonna say she's not. And Funky Dineva, what's wrong with you, baby? What's wrong with you? Uh, do you not like black women? Do you have mommy and daddy issues? Are you an only child that you don't understand siblings protecting their younger siblings? Because I'll tell you, I'm the oldest. Okay. Growing up, I whipped some behinds for messing with my younger brother or sister. And both of them were much younger than me. Now the age difference doesn't seem that big, but growing up, I'm 6 years older than my sister, and I am 10 years older than my brother. I'm 60. My brother will be turning 50 this year. He's still not 50. I'm over 10 years really older than him because I was 10 when he was born. But don't nobody be playing with their when you talking about their siblings. And here's the thing: it's none of our damn business if she is. Isn't she grown? Isn't she grown? Don't she have money so that she would be able to take care of this child if there is one? Actually, I don't think she's on the same tip as Krishan Blue. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, Bree. I'm hoping that Chloe is smarter than that. I mean, that Haley is smarter than that, and I'm hoping that Chloe talked to her sister. Because okay, they're grown now, and when they were coming up, they were kind of like Disney type of kids. I mean, what a lot of people don't know is that they already had like the Nickelodeon Disney connections before Beyonce, because their YouTube videos caught the eye of those. But Funky got on here and started dragged Chloe's looks, called her a hoe. And then tried to imply that she was being a gangster because she was protecting her sister. Look, dude. Okay. You ain't got no room to talk. You are not the most handsome man. And aren't you a Kappa? Aren't the Kappas known for being pretty boys? Did they make a mistake in welcoming you into the brotherhood? Let me look this up. I think he is a Kappa. Let me just look that up. Yeah, the Kappas are known as the pretty boys. That's what they call themselves. Yeah, that Phi Nu Pi. Whatever. All right, let me see. Is Funky Dineva Kappa? I know he's Greek. And I'm pretty sure he's a Kappa because that explains his arrogance and thinking that, he can just, she ain't fat, she ain't ugly. We gonna disagree with you, because the years ain't been too kind to you. Ain't you in your 40s? I'm 60, and you and I look like we're in the same age range. There's a problem. You look like, you not in your 40s. You look like you're not in your 40s, sir. I think he is a Kappa though. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ugh. He is my father's frat brother. Daddy, come get your frat brother. He is, unfortunately, he's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha. Lord have mercy. You an embarrassment to Alpha Phi Alpha. Out here dragging women. I mean, do you have anything to say that's nice? Lord have mercy. He's a member of my father's fraternity. Ugh. That makes me sick. Let me drink some more water. I'm gonna have to drink some water. I'm sad about that. I know the Kappas are glad he ain't part of theirs though. But the Alphas probably would like to hope that he would conduct himself in a better, because he just sounded like a hating hoe in the back. Let's just be real. That's what he appeared to be. Dragging a young lady in her early 20s who still has her whole life in front of her, while yours is behind you, sir. Because you in your 40s at least. Let me see. Oh, I know who the Kappa is. Rich Dollars is a Kappa. Yeah. He acts like a Kappa too. Rich Dollars acts exactly like them Kappas. But yeah, so Funky got out of here and dragged, and I'm with you, Couture Bay. I am waiting for Michelle A.T. to hit the commentary and give us her comments, because she got something to say about Funky Dineva talking about black women, and she has receipts about his behavior. So Funky Dineva needs to go sit his ASS down somewhere, okay? And Al, we heard you over there chuckling. And Claudia, what the F? Are you claiming black this week? Are you claiming black this week, girl? Now we know that you are a bit of a, colorist. We know that. But why you mute when he's talking about a celebrity? Like, you need to start. See, I think they made a mistake by leaving you and the boys on. It should have been you and the girls. That would have been a better show. Because this is some BS. If all you're going to do is sit there and have no opinion and not be defending women when these men are coming at it. I don't even want you to be sitting and saying, well, that's his opinion. He fixed to get dragged, and you're going to get dragged along with him, girl. because I'm sick of her and her little sitting on the fence in between those two men. One who who is part of the community and another who is allegedly part of the community. I'm just saying. What are y'all doing over there at Foxhole? We not about Foxhole allowing men to come on here and bash black women. It's none of our damn business whether or not Hallie is pregnant or not. We can all speculate as to whether she is or not, but guess what? We're not going to know if she is or she is not until she wants us to know. How about that part? How about that part? How about that? We're not going to, and it's not our business. Now, you guys, I wanted to tell y'all some things that are getting ready to hit um, for content creators or any who are uploading shorts. So they're taking some features away from the shorts and they're adding some features to the short. Like currently, people were able to I guess put people are able to put links in the comments below their videos. Well, they were doing that on shorts too, but sometimes it was taking you to, I don't know where it was taking you to. I never clicked on none of those links that were on the shorts. But because of that happening, YouTube has taken away the ability for links to be in there. And let me tell y'all, that's also going to probably, it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to probably also impact our about page. Like if you've got links on your about page, I think the only link that is going to be a clickable link in there is going to go back to your actual YouTube page. You won't be able to have clickable links to your Instagram, to your TikTok, or to your X anymore. And you probably will not be able to, and you will not be able to put them in the comments for people to click on. What they are going to start allowing on the shorts, that is already something that is on the regular videos, is they are going to allow people to link a video or a playlist like we're able to do on our other videos. Because I know you guys notice the only videos that I don't link a video to is to the live streams. And I'm probably going to start doing that. I ain't done it. I just haven't. But I'm probably going to start doing that if I have live streams that are related. But generally, I'm talking about new stuff every time I come on my live streams. So it's really my videos that are more related. But they are going to allow you to link shorts. So if you're doing a part 1, part 2, part 3, and you're doing it in the shorts version, you'll be able to link the videos to each other. But yeah, clickable links are going away on YouTube because they don't like it, because it's a form of spam in the comments. So they're taking that away, and I believe the first changes happened today, and I believe there's going to be some more changes at the end of the month on the 31st, and then following that, there's supposed to be some additional changes at the beginning of 2024. So if you haven't gone and checked that out, I would suggest that you go take a look at the creators studio video that is out there, and it should be showing in everybody's recommendations because they want us all to watch it, on what they're changing in regards to shorts. The shorts are going to continue to be monetized, and we're going to continue to be able to make money on them, but they're obviously making some changes as to how you're going to be able to do things and drive traffic in regards to your shorts. So I just wanted to let y'all know that, because y'all know I do a lot of shorts. I don't link videos to it. Now I did a short today, but it was actually an upload of a video that with the age filter that I did over on TikTok. Now, y'all, I don't know what's going on with these TikTok filters, these age filters over there. You're welcome, Lifted. I don't know what's going on with these age filters over on TikTok, but they playing with my emotions. Okay? Because when I did the little age filter, I know that I'm never going to look like that. I look like both of my parents. My dad is about to turn 85. He don't look like that. My mom didn't look like that, Lord rest her soul, when she was 75. Okay? Their aging filters, I believe, are for people of a lighter complexion than us melanated folk, because they do all of these bags. Look at my face, y'all. I'm 60. Do y'all see bags under my eyes? Do I have bags? Now I might have bags in the morning when I wake up, but ain't no bags. And there's no filters. You know, my eyes are the way that they are. And this is probably all I'm going to get. I'm still going to look like this. I'm probably never going to be completely gray, because if I was going to be completely gray, I would already be completely gray. I already figured out that as far as the gray hair, none of us took after my mother. None of us took after my mother. Because my mom was completely, salt and pepper all over. I mean, just beautiful. It was silver hair before she was my age. Before she hit my age. And I have friends that are in their 50s. It's all white, all silver. No, that's not going to be me. Even if I didn't dye my hair purple or whatever colors I choose to dye it would still never be real salt and pepper. I still would just have, the edges, and then, in the middle. And, it's a little salt and pepper. I got a lot of hair, so, it's in there. But it's not like, I think the amount that I have is what people, we start to get in our 40s. We start to get a little gray. It's not completely salt and pepper. Yeah. It's just that, little sprinkle. And, my legitimate ones, my son gave me. The ones around the edges, the ones that no matter what I do, they only die for 2 seconds, and then they go back to the gray. Yeah, those. But those are the upcoming changes that I know that are coming up really soon. I know that there's some other things that they do have in the works, because I'm seeing some changes in the algorithm and in what is being recommended to me and what's not being recommended to me. I noticed that I'm getting more of the vlogging channels that are falling into my recommendations. And of course, I get a ton of the channels that are dealing with remote working and all of that, and remote jobs, because I work from home. So I subscribe to any ones that are doing that, because I'm always looking to see what's out there in the remote market. And speaking of the remote work market, there are more and more jobs that are making everyone go back into the office. Thankfully, the company that I work for, we it's always been the majority of the employees were working remotely. And I'm trying to think. I don't know that many people that have had they haven't they didn't open back up one of our offices. I think we have a couple of offices that did reopen, but it's like the IT people, it's like people on in another division of the company, but not the division that I'm in, because the division that I'm in, the majority of the people in my division have always been remote. Whereas in some of the other divisions, they've always been in the office. So come on in. I know he wants to come in. We're definitely working on services for him. I've been playing phone tag with getting his emergency behavioral services in place. Say hi. But we working on it. Okay. So I'm trying to think, what else did I need to talk about? Am I gonna talk about these YouTube streets? Should I do that? Let me think about it. All right, I don't have a whole bunch to say other than California is a two-party consent state for recording. Unless you have someone's explicit consent to record them, even if it's legal with only one party consent in your state, you are breaking the law in California. And simply informing someone that you are recording or that you record all calls is not getting their consent to be recorded. Let me repeat that. Simply telling someone that you record all phone calls is not getting their consent. So, for those folks who have been playing recordings of conversations, it doesn't matter if you were on Instagram. Don't matter if you were, if they were calling you on a burner number. It does not matter. The fact is there are digital recordings. It requires two-party consent in the state of California. And California is very serious about that. Let me just tell you something. In the state of California, there are multiple hoops that people have to go through in regards to privacy. And there's a lot of laws around privacy. So I would not be out here playing any recordings of me and someone who's in the state of California. If I'm not in the state of California along with them, and even if I am in the state of California, I would not be doing that unless you can clearly hear them say on the digital recording, I'm okay with being recorded. You can record me. They have to say it. It cannot be inferred. But you can think I don't know what I'm talking about if you want. But, y'all are getting into some messy situations, both you and the person in California. Okay. I've already gone off on her about her making statements in regards to children on the autism spectrum. And thank you and shouts out to everyone who went and looked at my 10 good jobs for adults with autism. I appreciate you guys. Share it out to other people. You never know, because let me just tell y'all something. Right now, because I was out there in the YouTube streets today, minding you know my business and being nosy. And after some of the stuff that I saw today, I am thoroughly convinced, excuse me, that the men in the manosphere are all on the spectrum, and a whole bunch of them have speech impediments. Because I ain't never heard so much stuttering. Now, I've been very candid with you guys about the fact that I was a stutterer. I had a speech impediment, and occasionally I still stutter. But for the most part, I don't stutter anymore. It's very rare, and it's usually if I'm just really excited about something. But most of the time, I don't stutter because speech therapy worked. But these dudes over in the manosphere, everybody's stuttering like the and they're always calling out other people for having ADHD or being on the spectrum. So you know what I'm thinking? Hit dogs holler. So I'm thinking that most of y'all are on the spectrum. And that's why it's so easy for you to identify if someone else is, because you know your own. And let me just, as the mother of someone who's on the spectrum, there's nothing wrong with being on the spectrum, but it explains a lot in regards to you guys and your mindsets and your lack of comprehension or social um you know ineptness that many of you have. Like, y'all don't even know how to talk to women, and that's why y'all are always on here hollering about you're in your feelings and your butt hurt because so and so rejected you, and so now she's a female dog. I'm like, what, why are y'all trying to get women on the internet? Can somebody explain that one to me? Why y'all trying to get women on the internet? Why is YouTube your dating service? Why is it your dating service? It shouldn't be your dating service. Nobody should be on the platform looking for a man or a woman. That's probably why y'all are so upset and 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 are under the assumption that the women that are following Princella, that she's trying to make them all become lesbians. No, why would you think that? Doesn't matter what her preference is. Why do you think she's trying to make all these women on here lesbians? And just because they don't want to be bothered with you, why do you assume that they must be a lesbian? I'm just trying to understand. You know, Princella is doing what Princella needs to do. She is making her presence be known, and she's getting her message out. And y'all mad and y'all butthurt. Y'all didn't want the women over there anyway, so why you mad that that they're leaving? I'm just trying to understand. Y'all didn't want them over there anyway, so they going over there with her, and what does it matter? Obviously, her message is agreeing with their souls. But you say they need post-life regression therapy. Yeah, they need something. I don't understand. I mean, I've just kind of like just watched all of the stuff going on. I'm like, they just, and then the crazy thing is that some of the women who y'all consider male identified, I'm not one of them, because yeah, not one of them, never will be, but I don't hate black men, y'all know that's my preference, but I feel that my preference doesn't have to be that girl's preference, because they're a whole nother generation than me. Again, I'm 60, so I'm from a whole nother generation from the majority of those women that are following behind Priscilla. But why are y'all so upset? I'm like, let her get her money. Y'all mad because y'all can't, get in an argument with her. You can't get on a panel with her. She's not going to let you get up there and disrespect her and call her all out of her name. She going to bounce, which is what most women with any common sense would do anyway. They're not going to stay in the presence of somebody who's talking foolish to them or who's being disrespectful to them. She's telling people what her story is, what her experience is, and that's what she's speaking from. And some of the women who are in her chat can relate to that. Her story's not my story. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Because I mean, with all the stuff that she says has happened to her at the hands of men, specifically black men, it does not surprise me that she's like, F y'all, I'm gonna be with a woman now. So it doesn't surprise me. But y'all going at her, it's you're just wasting your time. Y'all need to be worried about what happened to your boys over there, fresh and fit. Y'all need to be worried what's going on with them. Because don't y'all all have those similar talking points to the stuff that they were talking about? I mean, I know y'all are trying to push it off on other stuff, but no, it's everything that they were doing. It's everything that they were doing, okay? Everything that they were doing is why they are out of the YouTube partner program. And do not be fooled into thinking that they weren't given warnings and that this was some sudden action on the part of YouTube. It was not. As big as their channel is, because their channel's still there, they just are demonetized. They can't make no money off of AdSense. And they can, I believe, reapply in 90 days, but I don't know what they're going to have to do in order to do that. I don't. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back on Friday. Friday is coming. We are getting through this week. I'll be back on Friday. I'm watching these YouTube streets. I know y'all seen Beasley has been making his presence known. That nigga has been out here in these streets on everybody's platform, and he is back. I told y'all that nigga wasn't gone. I told y'all he was taking a vacation from the platform. I told y'all that's what was going on. I knew that. I said, no, he probably just taking a break. He'll be back. I'm like, no, he knew. And I don't know why people were putting out those rumors. Nobody knew. But I knew that, he ain't gone. But I will see you guys on Friday. I'll see y'all in these streets. I'll see y'all in my videos. And thank you to all the new subscribers. Be like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to stay consistent with this live. I wish I could make it earlier, for y'all East Coast folk, but y'all know I'm a caregiver. There's things I have to do for the household before I can get on here. This is not my full-time job. So I will see you guys on Friday. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out, you guys. Peace. Bye, you guys.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.